Naruto, in his four-tailed form, is pinned against the side of a cliff by Orochimaru's sword of Kusanagi. However, the sword of Kusanagi is unable to pierce Naruto's body due to the nine tails chakra coating it. Orochimaru retracts the sword and slowly begins his descent back to his body. Sai is observing Orochimaru, unaware that he is being watched by Yamato's wood clone. Orochimaru states that Genyomuru's body is beginning to reject him and that he is at his limit right now, though he comforts himself over the thought of still having Sasuke. Kabuto states that he is surprised that Naruto would go this far to save Sasuke, claiming that the boy is gone and only the monster remains. His words cause Sakura to remember Naruto's promise to her, that he would bring Sasuke back no matter what, and that as his Nindo, he would not go back on his promise. Sakura runs towards him in tears, despite Yamato's warning. She attempts to tell Naruto to change back, but Naruto simply smacks her aside with his tail, harming her. Before he can kill her, Yamato uses his wood release ability to create tree trunks to bind Naruto. Kabuto heads towards Sakura, and Yamato, believing that he is about to finish off a wounded Sakura, binds him as well. Kabuto tells him that he is actually attempting to save Sakura, and he heals her wounds to the best of his ability. He tells them that they share a common enemy, the Akatsuki, and that he is sparing and saving their lives just so that they can continue to dwindle down their numbers. As Kabuto leaves, Naruto manages to break out of the wooden restraints. Yamato uses the Hokage-style 60-year-old technique, which utilizes the power of the first Hokage's wood release and the crystal gem in the first Hokage's necklace, which Naruto is wearing, to suppress and seal a tailed beast's chakra. With excruciating effort and pain on both Yamato and Naruto's side, Yamato begins to revert Naruto back to his humane self. Meanwhile, Sai approaches Orochimaru, claiming that he means no harm, and that he is only an envoy of Danzo Shimura sent to relay a message. Orochimaru is surprised that Danzo is still alive, and agrees to hear the message, but warns Sai to choose his words very carefully. Sai responds that he cannot choose his words carefully as he can only relay the exact message Danzo told him. As he smiles at Orochimaru, the Sannin launches a sword towards Sai. The sword impales him, but Sai turns out to be just an ink clone. Orochimaru tells Sai that he has no manners, and that while addressing someone of a higher rank, he must do so face to face. The real Sai pops out of the ground, and Orochimaru tells him to prove that he can be trusted. As he attempts to retrieve something out of his pack, he is tackled by Kabuto. Sai's belongings fall out and scatter on the ground, including an envelope. Sai tells Orochimaru that the contents of the envelope is personally addressed to the Sannin by Danzo himself. After opening the envelope, Orochimaru tells Kabuto that Sai will be coming with them, and the trio depart, unaware that they are being observed by Yamato's wood clone. Meanwhile, the real Yamato uses his Hokage-style 60-year-old technique on a four-tailed Naruto, suppressing and sealing the nine-tailed fox's chakra and reverting him to back to human, although the process is excruciatingly painful and renders Naruto unconscious. Sakura notices that all of Naruto's skin has been burned off and that he is extremely wounded, and uses her mystical palm technique to regenerate his skin. As she heals him, she asks Yamato to teach her his technique, but the captain explains that only he can perform the technique as he carries the DNA of the first Hokage within him. He tells her that the necklace that Naruto wears, which is the first Hokage's necklace, is made of a special gem that is able to control a Jinchuriki or a tailed beast when conjoined with the first Hokage's chakra, and therefore only those who have his cells can replicate it. Sakura manages to regenerate Naruto's burned skin and Naruto regains consciousness. Upon seeing Sakura's tearful face, he believes Sai is to blame, and that he must have criticized her monstrous strength or called her ugly. Sakura tells him that while Sai called her ugly, he never mentioned her monstrous strength, and punches Naruto for mentioning it. Sakura then realizes that Sai is not with them, and Yamato informs them that he has gone off with Orochimaru, most likely operating under a different mission than their own. As they begin to set off, Naruto notices the destroyed Tenchi Bridge and the devastated terrain, noticing that the ground itself is soft. He asks what happened and why he was unconscious to begin with, and Sakura pins it on Orochimaru, telling Naruto that the Sannin knocked him out. Naruto is irritated that he was knocked out, while Yamato recalls Jiraiya telling him that Naruto lost consciousness after growing a fourth tail. The trio notices Sai's belongings on the floor, including his most prized possession, the picture book belonging to Sai's older brother. Sakura wonders why he would have left it, and Yamato concludes that he must have been in quite a rush. Naruto is still unable to believe that Sai would betray them, but Sakura remembers Tsunade warning her to be wary of Sai, as he is the subordinate of Danzo, someone who opposed the third Hokage, and despises Tsunade for being his student and the granddaughter of the first. Yamato tells them that he believes Danzo may be plotting the destruction of Konoha. Naruto wonders what it means for there to be a plot to destroy Konoha. Sakura tells him that Danzo does not like Tsunade because, as the favorite student of the third Hokage and the granddaughter of the first Hokage, she embodies their principles. Yamato also reveals that Tsunade handpicked every member of Konoha's current hierarchy, and everyone she selected also possesses those principles. Since Danzo does not agree with those principles, it is very likely that he is planning to collaborate with Orochimaru to destroy Konoha, so that Tsunade would become ousted as Hokage following the aftermath, allowing Danzo to become the new Hokage and to subsequently rebuild the village as he sees fit. Sakura deduces that while Orochimaru failed last time, Danzo is most likely offering internal support this time around, with Sai being the mutual conduit. Yamato tells them that Sai must be eliminated, and decides to follow Orochimaru, Sai, and Kabuto. However, Naruto is still unable to properly see or move. Sakura wishes to wait until he recovers, but Yamato tells her to leave him where he is. Sakura alerts him that Kakashi would never have done that, prompting Yamato to tell her that he and Kakashi are different, and that they are not children to be protected. As shinobi of Konoha, they need to surpass Kakashi and complete their mission. Naruto manages to get up and tells Yamato that he will be able to keep up, and the team sets off. Yamato's wood clone continues to pursue Orochimaru, Sai, and Kabuto, and they decide to set a trap. Kabuto creates a corpse that resembles Sai and rigs it with kunai, shuriken, and explosive tags. Yamato's wood clone inadvertently triggers the trap, cutting off his communication with the real Yamato. As Yamato, Naruto, and Sakura attempt to pursue them through the forest, Naruto's vision becomes blurred, causing him to nearly hit a tree trunk. He maneuvers himself out of the way in the nick of time, and Sakura, who was keeping her eyes on Naruto, attempts to get to higher ground as well. However, the wound in her right arm causes her to release her grip and she plummets. Naruto attempts to catch her in midair but fails, and Yamato speeds to the ground in order to safely catch her. Naruto notices the wound on her arm and asks how she got it, prompting Sakura to lie to him that it was caused by Orochimaru. She tells them that she will be fine, but Yamato tells her to rest. Despite his initial words that they could not waste any time in their pursuit, Yamato explains that there is a difference between rushing and being reckless. As Sakura attempts to heal her wounds to no avail, Yamato appoints Naruto as his new combat partner, and begins to walk into the woods, in order for the pair to develop a battle strategy. However, as soon as they get out of Sakura's earshot, Yamato tells Naruto that he was the one who caused Sakura's injury. Naruto realizes that he was the one who destroyed Tenchi Bridge and the surrounding terrain, and Yamato berates him for succumbing to anger, and unleashing a power he was already aware could hurt the individuals near him. Yamato tells Naruto that the nine-tailed fox's power is not his own, and to not rely on that power to save Sasuke or protect Sakura. Instead, he is told to rely on his own natural abilities, which he claims makes Naruto strong enough. Sai, Orochimaru, and Kabuto continue to run on a river, heading to their base. They decide to stop and take a break in order for Kabuto to clean his medical supplies and weapons. Kabuto tells Orochimaru that he needs a new male cadaver, between the ages of 15 and 17, to replace the one he had summoned to lay their trap. Sai notices that his picture book is not in his bag, and recalls dropping his belongings when Kabuto had ambushed him. As Naruto and Yamato discuss a combat strategy, Sakura decides to read Sai's picture book. She invites Naruto and Yamato to come take a look too, and they discover that the book is about two young boys who fight enemies, vanquishing them and taking their armor and weapons. In the middle, the two boys face off against one another. However, one page is blank while the other page has a black-haired boy with no face. Naruto points out that the black-haired boy is none other than Sai, and Sakura deduces that the other boy must be his brother, who had died. Orochimaru, Sai, and Kabuto finally reach their hideout. As they enter, Sai notices a man waiting for them, whom he immediately realizes is none other than Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke, with his Sharingan activated, tells Orochimaru that he is late.